February 14th, 2023. Saints of the Day: Saint Cyril, monk, and Saint Methodius, bishop. First reading: Genesis chapter 6, verse 5 to 8, and chapter 7, verses 1 to 5 and 10. When the Lord saw how great was man's wickedness on earth, and how no desire that his heart conceived was ever anything but evil, he regretted that he had made man on the earth, and his heart was grieved. So the Lord said, I will wipe out from the earth the men whom I have created. And not only the men, but also the beasts and the creeping things and the birds of the air, for I am sorry that I made them. But Noah found favor with the Lord. Then the Lord said to Noah, Go into the ark, you and all your household, for you alone in this age have I found to be truly just. If every clean animal, take with you 7 pairs, a male and its mate, and of the unclean animals, 1 pair, a male and its mate. Thus you will keep their issue alive over all the earth. 7 days from now El will bring rain down on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights, and so I will wipe out from the surface of the earth every moving creature that I have made. Noah did just as the Lord had commanded him. As soon as the 7 days were over, the waters of the flood came upon the earth. Responsorial Song. The Lord will bless his people with peace. Gospel. Mark chapter 8, verse 14 to 21. The disciples had forgotten to bring bread, and they had only 1 loaf with them in the boat. Jesus enjoined them, Watch out. Guard against the leaven of the Pharisees and the leaven of Herod. They concluded among themselves that it was because they had no bread. When he became aware of this, he said to them, Why do you conclude that it is because you have no bread? Do you not yet understand or comprehend? Are your hearts hardened? Do you have eyes and not see, ears and not hear? And do you not remember when I broke the 5 loaves for the 5,000? How many wicker baskets full of fragments you picked up? They answered him, 12, when I broke the 7 loaves for the 4,000. How many full baskets of fragments did you pick up? They answered him, 7. He said to them, Do you still not understand? Reflection. They had no bread. The discussion shifts from the Pharisees to the disciples of Jesus, who were very close to the agenda of the Pharisees, who have argued with and tested Jesus. The disciples now worry over their lack of bread, forgetting that Jesus had multiplied bread and fed the multitude on 2 occasions. Jesus tells them to beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and the leaven of Herod, referring to the unbelief and hardness of heart of the Pharisees and Herod. Instead of worrying about their lack of bread or provision, the disciples are rather to watch out for the leaven of the Pharisees and of Herod that puffs up and corrupts. This is the old leaven, which according to Paul must be thrown away. Clear out the old yeast, so that you may become a fresh batch of dough, inasmuch as you are unleavened. 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. This is the old yeast of malice and wickedness that should be replaced with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 8.